Hello and welcome to my minimum.
How's it going, Peter?
Yeah. That was my best attempt at a Peter impression, everybody. What's going on? It's Sean Berry. I'm hosting today with my guest host, Mr. James Crowley.
Hey, how's it going?
You've definitely heard his name mentioned on this show before.
Yes.
Shout out to him.
I write in a lot.
You do write it. You're the only... Well, that's not true. You're like one of 3 people that have actually written in. So we have that going for us. I don't know, Peter. Tell people a little... What's your name? Jimmy. All right,
I'm Peter Clark-Deutsch. I'm past at the comic strip. I'm in Maine right now.
Yeah. All right. If you can't tell, we had a little bit to drink last night.
Yeah.
So this is a good Sunday pod. It's a little different than our usual 2 mic minimum, but who the fuck cares?
It's fine.
You're listening. It'll be the same stuff. I'll be complaining. And I had to take the reins today, so
exactly,
it's probably gonna be a better episode.
Peter's on. Hey, I agree. Of the 2 podcasts you host, Big Barry is my preferred. So this just feels like a Big Barry.
Exactly. We do have comedy news. I guess we're gonna address, and then other stuff. But I don't know. Let's did you do your homework assignment for this?
A little bit.
Right.
I'm trying. It's hard because I'm like, I don't want to get too real, but
oh no, it's fine.
The hardest one is like you have your comic strip audition coming up.
Yeah,
and I really hope you get passed at the comic strip because,
Me too.
To be totally honest, this podcast has gone downhill since Peter got passed at the comic strip.
He's become such an arrogant, narcissistic monster of a human being. Who, honestly, he keeps making all these jokes about killing dogs. And I'm like, that's just not okay.
He keeps screaming the N-word on stage. I don't know why he thinks that's okay.
I mean, he's going full shooting up El Paso white Walmart.
He's so sexist and offensive.
I mean, truly just problematic.
I've never met someone that hates women more.
Yeah, I mean, really.
He calls himself a Westchester woke boy.
I mean, that's clearly just a ruse. I mean, I think he's the Westchester bozo, in my opinion. That's how he's coming across. So yeah, this is the roast of Peter Clark-Deutsch. I'm gonna put in some music. Right now.
Do it. I'm just pulling up my jokes from when I roast battled Peter.
When you roast battled Peter,
which was not a fun time for me.
Oh, that roast battle was fucking terrible.
Oh, it sucked.
Both bombed horribly.
That was rough, and I feel especially bad because I kept roasting Peter leading up to it, and I was just the whole time I'm like, Peter, you're going down, Peter, you're gonna prepare to get fucked, and then I just sucked ass. Yeah,
we all sucked ass in that roast battle, to be fair, because then Jonathan Barnes won by
a chance.
It was that's the reason why they stopped doing it.
Yeah, that was the very last one.
All right, you want to go first or should I go first?
You go first.
All right. Peter is so white, he thinks people actually listen to this podcast.
Peter didn't break up with his last girlfriend because he was scared he'd be too emotional to drive back home. But if he's too emotional to drive, he's too emotional to have a girlfriend.
That's
very specific.
That's very specific and very dated at this point.
Yes.
Peter's gotten so arrogant, he actually thinks people listen to this podcast for him.
I agree with that. Peter has written for the hard times, which is fitting because if you've ever watched one of his sets, you've definitely had a hard time.
Peter is so bad at comedy that an 85-year-old man dying of skin cancer and dementia took pity on him and passed him at the comic strip.
Jesus Christ, that is getting dark.
Well, listen, they got it's a roast.
Peter's the type of guy who will tell you to check out the new Fleet Foxes album as he date rapes you.
These did get dark. All right, my final one. Peter's the kind of guy that girls bring home to meet their parents so they can sneak off and fuck a black guy.
Peter says he's going to move to L.A., which is proof that you can still be successful without really following your dreams.
All right, that's all we needed to do. That was the roast of Peter Clark-Deutsch. Do you want to roast him too? Email us in. I'll
send your Peter Clark-Deutsch.
Let's roast Peter every single episode until he's become humble.
Isn't that what this podcast is already?
No, I think it's more of just. Well, lately he's just been bullying me, and
I know it's
thrown off our whole dynamic.
You were like, oh, let's roast Peter Clark-Deutsch, and I'm like, Sean, isn't this like you bullying him? Like,
not anymore.
Wasn't that the whole point of this?
Things change fast.
I wrote one where I was like, Peter, I forgot about it because I didn't write it down. But I said, Peter started this podcast just because he thinks Sean will beat up his bullies for him.
That's a good one. It's true. If somebody attacked Peter, I'd have to fight him.
It's true. I just picture like Peter getting into a bar fight and then being like, "Take him, Sean."
Yeah, teamwork. That's how this works. Get him, fellas. All right, hey Jimmy, let's catch up on comedy.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Boing, doing, the doing, diggy, diggy, boing, the doing, the doing, 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 boing, 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 boing.
This is so surreal because I listen to this podcast pretty regularly, but seeing you do it,
you're seeing the sausage get made.
Whole different image.
I know, it's so much worse, isn't it? It's so bad.
You just doing acapella ba with a ba.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, every time I thought when I started doing that joke, I was like, oh, I'll do a different song every time, and then I have a hard time thinking of a new song, so it's ba with a ba.
Ba with a ba. Kid Rock, great Kid Rock song.
Kid Rock sucks as a human being. Pretty decent musician.
He's got 2 songs.
I'll
give Kid Rock 3. I'll give him 3.
Yeah, he's not the worst. You have to give people credit where credit is due, in my opinion.
But yeah, so what are you doing in comedy this week?
Well, no, see, we catch up on our last week, and then we get into it this week. This past week, from the last time we recorded, I went down to Rhino and we did some writing. Where it was actually it was good for me. It was actually So back in like March, my phone died, which had all my jokes, and I didn't back them up. And so I've just been having to write new material since then. But like whatever it is, this past week, I've just remembered like 7 old jokes.
Oh, that's
so they just came back to me, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. So that was nice, little reprieve.
I've been going through like a phase where I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I'll like go back and do like some of the jokes that I wrote when I first started doing stand up and just see if they've gotten better.
see if I've gotten better at telling them. That's not the worst idea.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else did I do? I went up to Kingston. I was recording a podcast with the Big Barry podcast. We're actually on that episode. We talked about writing, and I read off some old jokes I wrote, which is it's a good one. It's coming out next week.
Who's your guest on that?
Aaron McLaughlin.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
It was a good one. It was fun. Then I went up to... Well, that was in New Paltz, actually, and then we went up to Kingston, which is sort of close, I guess.
It's like 20 minutes or so.
It's probably good.
My old haunts.
The way I look at it is that once you go north of my house, it's just the fucking wilderness.
It's God's country up there.
It really is. And versus people think like here in Peekskill, people are like, this is out of this isn't the city. I'm like, no, this is there's civilization here.
When I talk to people in the city, I always tell them I live upstate, but I know that I'm not really upstate.
Yeah, no, everything like once you hit Putnam County, that's upstate. Like Westchester's still civilized, even though like parts like Brewster's fucking.
The Mayapack, all of it. Mayapac's Putnam, I guess.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like half in Putnam, half in Westchester.
I don't know. I used to date a girl in Mayapack. So,
yeah. She's long gone now.
She is.
Yes, I did the Blue Buffoon comedy open mic at Tony's Pizzeria in Kingston.
Nice. How was that?
It was interesting. A lot of people signed up. Everybody got 5 minutes, which is nice. It was run by Andy McDermott, who's a really nice guy. Really interesting. You know, some like Francis Gunn. Like some like good. Like there's an interesting comedy scene up there.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, like it's kind of I wouldn't say insular, but like it's got something going.
Yeah.
Clearly. Because they put on shows, I think, like once a month.
Yeah.
At their Performing Arts Center.
Kingston, yeah.
The PAC, as they call it. You just gotta, God forbid you just said Performing Arts Center.
But I guess you gotta say it's a lot of syllables in that case.
Exactly. Then on Thursday, I went to Eagle Saloon here in Peekskill. To boo the shit out of Dave Namry, the enemy of this podcast. His Sugar Baby show, and much to my dismay, it was a pretty good show with some funny people. Not Dave, though. Everyone else, though, was fucking hilarious. Jesse Montez, Marcus Gavon, Joe Cuomo, Andrew Schutte, Tyler, the guy, kid, probably the funniest guy there that night, whose name I can't remember for the life of me.
Tyler something. He came up to me and he was like, when were you at New Paltz? And I'm like, I don't think we were there at the same time.
And then the cool part about this is so many comics showed up. We just put on an open mic afterwards. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, dog. And then I did nothing on Friday. Oh, okay. And then I worked at Lucy's yesterday.
Nice.
And that was my week in comedy.
Cool.
What did you do?
I went to the Lucy's open mics both nights this week, Monday and Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I also went to the Sugar Baby show, did that open mic. Good time, yeah, and a great show. Had a lot of fun. I brought a friend with me.
I did. I met her.
Yeah,
she was nice.
And so that friend, she when I mentioned you to her, like in passing, I'm like, oh, my friend Sean from doing comedy, and then she says, she's like Sean Barry, and I'm like, oh yeah, they've met before.
Yeah, we met at Bobby Macy's old mic, the Gutter Balls.
Yeah.
He should run and do mic. That was a fun Saturday night mic.
Yeah, he said he wants to start a new
one.
So.
I'm sure he's busy,
but
with real shit in their life.
But then Friday night, I hit 3 mics. I went to Stand Up New York. I went to the Phoenix Bar open mic.
Oh, I've never done that one.
It's interesting. It's the back room of a gay bar, and
more interested.
It's very cool, but like you only get 4 minutes. The guy that's hosting it, I don't totally know if he's giving everyone 4 minutes or not.
The old my friends get as much time as they want, but
it's a fun mic. The bar is loud, which is kind of meh. It's like when we were working at Lucy's and there's a band out front, and then I went to the Creek and the Cave, and I was there for like 3 hours to do a 3-minute set.
Yes.
So
that's Creek.
Yeah, and then last night I was in the Lucy's comedy contest.
Not Lucy's, the Empire State Stand-Up Showdown, as we've referred to
at Lucy's.
So yeah, I guess we'll get into that a little bit.
Yeah,
right. It was a good show.
Good show. Great show.
Really good show. Yeah. Really good lineup. Caitlin Murphy, James Crowley, Frankie, Tom Paciaffi. I was trying to go in order, but I immediately fucked it up.
Gianmarco Cerezi.
Marco Cerisi. I think it's Cerisi.
Cerezi.
Whatever. He fucking won.
It's very Italian.
Sergeant.
See him again.
Sergeant Bill Cannon.
Frankie Becerra. And myself.
And as we said, you didn't listen to last week's pod, did you?
I listened to part of it. I didn't get all the way
you didn't listen to the end when we declared if neither of you guys won, you're no longer our friends.
Oh, really? Oh, no, I didn't get to that part.
You're out of the fucking running here. I had to break it to you now.
Oh, well.
But
what am I even doing here? I'm surprised you didn't tap me last night and be like, oh, hey don't come on the podcast.
I still need someone to do the podcast. I'm not doing this by myself.
Just talking into a microphone in your kitchen.
I guess I could just get my cat and just have him meow. Just have it on that.
Comedy's hard, right? Meow.
Yeah, it was a good show though. It was like one of those. Like, it was genuinely hard to tell who was gonna win that one because basically everyone did really well.
Yeah, I was. That was a show that I was kind of happy to invite people to, just because I was like, I know this is going to be a solid lineup, just because like even like my first round, there were a couple of people that I'm like, I don't know how this is going to be like for people that are just coming out to watch a show, but this one I was like, okay, gonna be solid. Yeah,
it was a solid hour and a half, a little longer. It was Christy Mayer also headlined and Francis Gunn hosted. And it's just like, man, that's just like 8 really funny fucking people. Yeah. And so, people got their bend, and then it was a real tight race in the voting for a change. Because I think
Jax told me.
Yeah. And then, you actually got second.
Yes.
But Gianmarco Cerisi.
He's a better comic. He deserved it.
He is very... I got to fucking email him today some pictures, but...
I'm fully aware of. I was going in and I was like, I know I'm not gonna do as well as Gianmarco or Caitlin or Tom or Frankie or Bill, and I was just like, all right.
So you've already said I'm gonna end up last. You just named everyone else like they're gonna do better than me.
Yeah. Well, I was like, this is gonna be a solid show. It's gonna be a tough race, but going in, I was just like, I know that I'm not going through.
Yeah, so. I get it, but I don't know. I feel like
if I'd listened to the last podcast, I would have tried harder.
Yeah, you should have tried harder.
If I'd known.
You did try to kill yourself, though.
That's true. I almost ate shit. Just
so fucking funny to watch.
Yeah, just because I do a joke where I talk about how I wish I was in a punk band, and I tell a joke. I do an impression of Dan Campbell from the Wonder Years. And I've been doing it now where I'm like, okay, let me go out into the crowd. And
you went from it being at 11 to it being at 13.
Yeah. Just instead of just screaming, I'm now like, okay, can I stand on something?
Yep.
And I jumped on a chair right by the bar. I saw that you were sitting there before I went up.
He sends me a text like, hey, I'm going to jump on that. And I'm like, I'll get out of the way.
Yeah, well, just because I saw you taking pictures, and I'm like, I don't want to fuck up Sean's camera.
Although, in hindsight, I probably should just stay there to catch you just in case.
I mean, that wasn't the part that was scary. It was when I jumped back on stage and it moved.
Oh, see, that was bad. But see, on the chair, so there's these little white folding chairs for people, and he jumped on them. I heard this.
Oh, I didn't.
You didn't hear that?
No,
oh, yeah, because you jumped right on the part like. If you don't have folding chairs designed like the all the weights in the back, and you jumped right on the front part, which is like the pure like snap it down, and like that,
I didn't even
that bar is solid, and I'm like I completely saw the scenario where that thing gives out,
would have been
and
bad.
You crack your skull on that bar.
I feel like if I'd cracked my skull, I would have won.
Yeah, you probably the sympathy vote.
Gotten the pity votes.
The sympathy vote really helps.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like, man, you know the worst part is we definitely still would have finished the contest too. After like, well, let's scrape his skull off the floor.
I had a lot of people come out. I think it would have cleared out a chunk of the crowd, though.
Yeah, probably.
My parents being like, we have to go to the hospital now.
I guess we have to take our idiot son.
our son that's making us not happy that
our son's comedy dreams.
Now that he's injuring himself.
Yeah.
Why couldn't he do this back when he was playing baseball in fourth grade?
Yeah, why couldn't he go all out and make us money and being a sports star?
But yeah.
But that happened. It was funny. And then, that was basically the show.
And then we both worked the door for the following show.
The Mike Marino, Make America Italian Again, which I get what he's going for, but that still doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't.
He's like, that would imply America was once Italy.
There are parts that you think that it was.
All right, I'll
give you like Staten Island, Long Island. Parts.
Solely New York and New Jersey. Everywhere else was predominantly by the Irish and the Germans.
Yeah.
Native Americans too.
Yeah.
Those are the people who were here first.
You go to different parts of this.
In fact, the mass Italian immigration didn't happen until the 1870s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You did your real research.
Oh, I know. Listen, people understand this podcast. I'm very anti-Italian.
Oh, okay.
I know there's some in me, but Hitler had a little Jew in him too. So
that's fine.
That's a dark joke.
Yeah, there are a lot of Italian American comics coming through Lucy's.
There are a lot of Italian American. There's a lot of Italian American comics. Period.
Yeah.
And they'll let you know it.
100%. Well,
they do not mince words.
Well, it's a whole brand.
Yeah.
I'm upset that I'm not Italian because I would just totally
lean into that. Yeah,
I would be like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get the fudge out of here.
Yeah.
Thing is, like, so many of them are like, they're just like, I watched Goodfellas once.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, I'm pretty sure most Italians don't act like that. I'll give you the talking with the hands thing, but so much is just like the.
I mean, I watched Goodfellas and what's his name? Hank Hill, Ray Liotta's character.
He's Irish in that, though.
He's part Irish, and I'm like, oh yeah, I could totally be like that.
Yeah, I could be the Irish guy in the Italian gang.
Yeah, I'm like, I wish I was in the mafia.
Yeah, Ray Liotta does the best because the Irish are the smart ones who ride out the Italians.
Yeah.
I can't wait till this is the one that got me canceled. Peter comes back and is like, yeah, we can't do 2 mic minimum anymore.
Sean hates Italians.
Sean really pissed off Italian people.
Our whole Italian American audience is alienated.
I know. How many? I'm sure there's like of our listener base.
But
I'd say like 10% are.
But they're comedy fans.
Yeah, they get it. They get that everything I say on this is a bit.
Yeah.
All the fun.
They understand what.
Yeah.
You mean
people understand that on the show everything I say is a joke and everything Peter says is 100% true.
Exactly. Yeah. Especially when he screams the N-word.
I know. I'm the one who has to tell him to cut that out of the episodes.
Never heard someone that hates black people more.
I really can't believe how much he hates African Americans.
So sexist.
Sexist. Like he's just like, what we're only good for making babies and making dinner.
I know, it's terrible. I can't believe you'd meet Peter and you wouldn't know that.
You really wouldn't think that to look at him.
Con artist.
That's why you can't judge a book by its cover.
I know.
But if you open up that book, you're gonna read something you don't like.
Pretends he's a woke boy.
Pretends he's woke. Turns out
you're gonna protect him. You gotta stop standing up for him, Sean.
I know. Well, I signed a blood contract into this podcast without realizing it. So don't do a deal with the devil is what I'm saying.
He's gonna own your family if you just stand up to him.
I know. The only way I can beat him is if I roast battle him for real.
That's true.
That's the only way to get out of it. As you know, if you have a beef with another comic, you have to roast battle him.
Is that in the decathlon? A roast battle. That would be a good one.
Actually, just realizing that would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the people listening actually gave a shit about the decathlon. We're like, that's something we'll eventually do.
Decathlon's gonna be fun.
We got busy, and then we're like, we got too busy to go out drinking, which is what happened. But yeah, that's all that's happening this week in comedy.
Yeah.
All right.
Very plain.
I guess we'll get into some fucking news.
Hell yeah. I didn't bring any news, which I know is usually Peter's job.
Yeah, Peter does. I didn't bring any real news either. I'm like, all right, these are the things I know.
What's going down?
All right, so I guess we'll give you a little mini recap. We're talking about the comedy in our scene and other scenes, and I don't give a shit about other scenes. So this past week, some massive controversy happened. Massive controversy. I
talked to my mom about this.
It was such a big deal. Rhino Comedy in Suffern, New York, which has every Friday has 2 open mics, an 8 o'clock and a 10:30, enacted a new policy. The 8 o'clock is good to be a clean show, and the 10:30 is to be the dirty show.
Yes,
and that's basically how they left it. When they're like, because they put it in their online sign up.
Yeah,
like that. That's like all they said. And I found out on Tuesday because I went there to go to write jokes. One of the guys was just like, "Yeah, just so you guys know," and already people were like,
"Oh, I saw it blow up on Facebook, and I loved it."
The Facebook blowups were large.
Yes,
and it's just like. Oh my fucking god!
Paragraphs of comments.
Just paragraphs on. I'm not a guy who reads Facebook. I had to read them because they were so over the top.
I've got nothing to do at work, so all I do is read Facebook.
Well, I think it's why Peter does all the work. Is I don't read fucking Facebook at all. Like that's all he does. I was trying to write if he's on Facebook too much roast, but I couldn't think
100%.
of one. Peter, you're on Facebook too much.
Yes.
Go to Instagram, look at butts like I do.
I keep thinking about roasting Peter in the comedy complaints group.
He does post to there too much because I get the updates.
100%.
I'm like, the comedy complaints group, most of them don't do comedy that much. Clearly.
I hate it.
You know who never got big in comedy by complaining about it? Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, Bluey, Bill Burr.
Yeah,
they didn't like. Oh, I'll go on Facebook and complain to a bunch of strangers.
I'm just gonna write, hey, isn't this a terrible thing that happened at a show?
Yeah, they usually just go on stage and do it and make it funny.
Yeah,
but that's me. But we're not roasting Peter.
Yeah,
we're talking.
Yeah,
we are done roasting Peter for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and then
until it comes up again.
Yeah, but no, this whole thing. So a lot of people had a vitriolic response to the idea that 8 o'clock needs to be clean, and then they clarified it and said that the 8 o'clock needs to be
clean, but not clean.
Yeah, they said it could be rated R.
Yeah,
and the whole idea is you're not trying to perpetuate rape culture.
Yeah,
which more or less I think was a shot at a few comedians.
Absolutely, and I mean it's one of those things. You know, I've had comics send me messages and be like, oh yeah, someone complained about, like, even like Lucy's being like, oh, you go to that open mic and it perpetuates rape culture, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, what's going on that you have ever seen that?
Yeah, like nothing.
That? But
it's the thing. It's like comedy's this weird thing where like you should be able to talk about anything and make any joke you want. But at the same time, there's a business aspect to it.
Absolutely.
Which I completely understand. They're trying to run a club and business. And in doing so, like, if your patrons don't like what's being put out there, then you need to make a change.
Yeah, you could bar it.
You lose money.
I've seen that the Laughing Buddha Climate Lounge open mics, when they have mics on Friday and Saturday night, you know, they make a mention where they say, you know, if the host knows these comics and they know that there's an audience there, they might just put them up early instead of doing a bucket lottery, just because they want the people that are just there to watch comedy to have a good time. Exactly,
because that's the whole thing is, like, comedy works best when you have a real audience of people who aren't comedians. Yeah. Like, you want to get normal people to laugh at you, not comics, because comics are going to laugh at fucked up shit. Yeah. That's just who we are.
I think it was Joe Conklin said, like, you know, if you go to open mics too much, you know, you just start writing material for comics.
Exactly. You just start writing, you start playing to the back of the crowd instead of just the crowd, which is like, I understand that whole thinking, but just back to like the 8 o'clock, 10:30. It's like, it's not like they're saying you can't do dirty, just you have to go on the later show.
Yeah,
which is why I couldn't understand why people were getting so fucking angry about this.
I've never been to Rhino, so I don't have a strong opinion one way or the other, just because I'm like, I haven't been there. I'll go at some point, but it doesn't affect me at all. But yeah, I was just kind of like, oh, you know your material. If you think you'd be better suited for the 10:30 show, just go to the 10:30 show.
Yeah, like
and if that becomes the more popular mic, they might switch it around.
Exactly. Like, just look at it this way: is like, your vote with your wallet. If you only go to the dirty ones and all the good comics sign up for the 10:30 one, they'd probably change the policy. But like, getting mad and complaining on Facebook is the most immature, silly way of doing anything. Like that's not conducive to helping anyone.
I had a tweet on Friday night where I tweeted at McDonald's because I was upset about something, and I realized, what the fuck am I doing?
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah,
right. Like that is so dumb. That's what I hate about like the entitlement of like, oh well, it should be for me, and I'm gonna make a post about it.
And it's so funny just because comics love to like make fun of people for being like, oh, they can't handle stuff. But I'm like,
the minute it goes against them, they are the most sensitive
like,
group.
Oh, this is bullshit. It's censorship, and I'm like,
it's not censorship. Yeah. Like God, people.
It is censorship, but it's not censorship.
But like, here's the thing: censorship would be like booking you and then saying it.
Yeah.
They're saying it's optional. Like you're making the choice to sign up for this thing.
Yeah.
If they're saying you're booked on a show and like you have to be clean, that is censorship. But this is you're making the choice to perform at that time.
Yeah.
It's not like they also did it the day of either.
Yeah. They put the announcement forward, and then if you know, it's not a big deal.
More forms of censorship would be you went up, performed, did a dirty joke they didn't like, and then they banned you from the mic without telling you prior. That's censorship.
If you go to like freemics.com or Bad Slava or whatever, if you look at the descriptions for the mics, if there's a mic that says like, oh, no sexist material or something, it's posted right there.
Yeah, I know not to go to that.
Yeah.
That's how sexist I am.
You're so sexist. Peter can't go there.
Peter can't go to most mics. Yeah. That's why he had to get past the comic strip, is because it's the only place he can perform his edgy stuff.
Exactly.
He started smoking cigarettes on stage.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, dude. He takes them and he burns a fucking kid's eye out.
He's gonna start doing coke in the bathrooms soon too.
Coke. He's gonna go full Marin.
A big drug problem.
I can't wait till he listens to this. I'm not gonna tell him anything about it.
Is he still editing?
No, I'm gonna edit it.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say hypothetically he could cut.
Everything we said. It's just 10 minutes long.
Yeah. He's like, I've never said. It's just Peter Clark-Deutsch every time going up saying, I've never said the N-word.
I've never said the N-word. I've never had any problems with any Italian Americans.
I've never said the N-word, but I also don't have any black friends.
That's also true. I've never seen. I've never seen Peter Clark-Deutsch speak to a person of color.
That's a real roast.
Yeah, that one's real problematic. I can't believe I associate with him every week.
It's terrible.
Oh my God. All right, should I go on Facebook and look up some of these people?
Oh, are you gonna just read the argument?
I mean, I guess. I mean, like, right, because it's so many of them.
We could both we could read it like a script.
We really could. Like, all right, I'm gonna just look at the one because the initial thread that was posted
got deleted.
Because the comic.
There were a handful of people that had posted like screenshots of it, and then it ended up deleted. Which I was kind of like, that's a little bit more classy than Because who wants to argue on Facebook?
Yeah, exactly. Why people take such thrill in it? I honestly don't know. So the comic who posted this is like the very innocuous. It just goes, comics, a comedy club has a weekly open mic, $5 for 5 minutes, but new policy says you can't do blue material. Thoughts? Which honestly good for him because I think he knew what he was starting.
Oh no, he was like, I'm opening up a can of worms.
Comment number 1: fuck it.
Yeah, which fair,
good
way to look at it.
Number 2, actually a very reasonable response. Their club, their rules. If you can't or don't want to work clean, then don't go there.
Yeah.
I think also very fair. No. Paying is one thing. We all hated it, but then being censored as you pay to speak, nope. But again, though, it's not like you already paid.
Yeah, it's not they're springing it on you. They've told you, and you know the whole deal at that point. And, if just don't go again.
Yeah. All right. So another one is this: blue material is subjective. Can you say grab them in the pussy?
Which is dated.
It is dated, yeah. Like
if we're gonna start talking about
Trump said more sexist since then.
If we're gonna talk about comedy we like and dislike, I don't hate Trump material. I don't hate people that attack liberals. Yeah. But I'm also like, just don't
just update with the times.
It's
like they use old jokes.
When I hear people talk about Hillary Clinton now, I'm like, that was 3 years ago.
Like, she hasn't done shit. She's been taking dumps and apple for the last 3 years.
I'm like, I go walking with Hillary Clinton once a week. Yeah, she doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, come on, guys.
It's like she hates us.
There's plenty of new people. Like AOC is the new one to hate. Yeah, even then, it's getting a little tiresome.
Oh yeah, but at least she's there.
Yeah, I will say the biggest thing is them defining what is and isn't dirty.
Yeah.
That was the one thing where I'm like, I feel like if you're going to launch this policy, you need to give a rough outline.
Well, yeah, because you're kind of...
Because I'd say you're a dirtier comic than me.
I'm a very dirty comic.
But my material is more fucked up than yours.
It depends on what the outlook is.
Yeah.
If you love dogs and don't like them dying, that's not Sean Barry's not your
that's
comic
true.
to see.
Because I really don't swear. Like I just don't. Like I just don't use that
I
much.
drop a lot of F-bombs. I
swear on this podcast a fuck ton, but
I try to be thoughtful with where I drop my F-bombs, but also like you're not going to see pegging in a normal movie. You're going to see pegging in a
Tarantino movie.
Yeah, in a Tarantino movie or like, in porn, and like that's, I'd argue, NC-17 material, which I have like 3 jokes about pegging.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if I'm gonna go there and try
pegging,
to work those out,
dominatrixes, all sort of sexual
things
kinks
you don't normally see in
things you wouldn't see in a Disney movie.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna read the statement from. So, new structure for Rhino Open Mic. In response to our local community, we'll now be asking comics to perform their clean material at the 8 p.m. mic and save their blue material and experimental material for the 10:30 mic.
Which is interesting because all open mic material is experimental.
Yes. And starting this week, we'll also be scouting for comedians from the 8 p.m. mic on tape and live for paid spots Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. Which I didn't actually realize this part because I can see people getting because now if you do work blue, you're not going to get booked there, probably, because they are trying to be a cleaner comedy scene. Yeah, I think, which is fair.
Fair, but I mean, there are a lot of people too that were complaining about this that could learn a lot from working clean, or like, I've always found that having some sort of structure or like rules helps me find a way to be weirder and more creative. Yeah. So
if anybody follows like pro wrestling, there's a term called cheap heat. Which is when like a WWE, the villain will come out and be like, "Hey, New York sucks, doesn't it?" Just to get the audience to boo him early. Yeah. And I feel that sometimes with comics where they're purposely saying the most shocking things. Yeah. Just because they know it'll get that reaction.
It's like, don't I tried to rape this girl, and it's like, it's like that's not the way this works.
Exactly, and I'm like, you're doing that because like no matter what, somebody's gonna have a reaction to that. Yeah. And so I do think like working clean does help your material, just like
100%. And you find different ways to tell your material. Yeah. My joke about dominatrix is going to a dominatrix, I have a clean version of that doesn't even mention it, and that I argue is a better joke sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think it forces you to challenge yourself a tiny bit, which is nice. Let's see. I'll go back to more of the comments, see if there's anything interesting. If I can't talk about ramming my engorged cock in the quivering pussy of a woman while her hot younger sister tickles my asshole, I'm just going to stay home and make kettle corn.
I agree with that guy.
Yeah, I agree with that too. But also, like, why would you post that on Facebook? That's written in stone. That is there forever.
Well, so I remember reading that. I don't remember who posted it. But is it an older comic?
I don't know. We're not gonna name names. Yeah. I mean, I'm just kind of reading these.
Just because I could see if you're an older person that like you don't care about a job. Yeah. If I posted that, I'd be like, this is. I'm like. I don't care about having a job at this point.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I wouldn't give a shit. I think most people just don't realize what social media is in the modern age because
the fact that you can be looked up.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
you're gonna Google that guy and it's like engorged cock, sister tickling my asshole.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, guy, that's for you. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I just like I think it's tiring. I think Chrissy might have put it best last night, though, when we were talking about it.
100%.
When she's Chrissy Mayer, very funny top-notch comedian. Check out her show, Wet Spot, on Compound Media. I think they have some episodes on YouTube, too, so watch the free ones first and then pay.
Yeah. I've watched the free ones.
I watched the free ones, too. Yeah, it's fun. I did, like an idiot, when they were announcing her credits when she was coming out. I was like, she's the host of Wet Spot, and I just got that it was a sex joke. Oh. Like, I got it like last night, like after like 3 weeks. I'm like,
oh, I understand now.
So if anyone thinks I'm not an idiot, well, there you go. What was I saying? She said you don't really have to worry about the comics complaining about because they're not getting booked on Friday nights anyways, which
true.
A little true. Like like it's weird because Friday, Saturday nights are typically show nights.
Yeah. And there are less open mics going on in the city on Friday, Saturday
because that's when the clubs are having real shows and like people are coming out.
Big name comics.
I mean, that's the reason why most mics are like on Mondays and Tuesdays because who the fuck goes out to a comedy show on those days? Yeah. But I think I think that. Well, I know we have no idea how it went this Friday, so it could have been a huge success.
I'm hoping maybe I'm going to Europe next week, but maybe when I come back, I'll make a night go to both. Go
to both mics.
Yeah,
that's not the worst idea. I've done it before. It's just one of those things where I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah.
The room is fun, and I think there's a lot of fun people who work there.
Yeah.
I think just the biggest difference is that it's like a room for improvers.
Yeah. I always see that they have improv shows going on, which is cool, respect.
No, I don't respect it. Write it down.
I'm trying to be the Peter Clark-Deutsch of this podcast.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I'm like,
to be my
everything's valid.
I have to be the shock jock, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, improv sucks.
Yeah.
Just write it down and perform it again.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. But I think there is like something just the mentality of like of how they address comedy. Like they're trying to be wacky and silly and make scenes, and comedians are trying to undercut and make jokes about things. Yeah. Because joking inherently implies there's somebody being kind of taken down a peg or something. But that's just like they're the subject of a joke.
It's cultural criticism where improv is more just like, how silly can I be?
Yeah, like, oh, we're at a bakery.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we put all the turds in the oven.
How silly would it be if the moon landing was on Jupiter?
Well, we got, what's this? Oh, it's a space dildo.
My dad is here.
God, I hate improv. No one's ever watched an hour-long improv special. That's all I'm saying.
No, there isn't one.
Exactly, because no one wants to do that for that long.
Yeah, just do sketch comedy.
Just sketch comedy, way better.
Yeah.
Fun skill, bad thing.
Yeah.
Exhausted this, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Honestly, we're just doing a little padding for time. Get this thing as close to an hour as we can.
I feel that. Yeah.
All right, let's go into story number dos. Did you see this story? It's all about. Let me see if I can find it, pull it up. I have some porn open, so I don't want to open that in front of you. Here we go. Audience member assaults a comedian midway through.
I heard about this. I didn't watch the video yet.
Oh, you want to watch it live?
Yeah.
We'll get your live reaction.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's check it out.
People look up comic, parentheses, Capital assaulted by Jeff.
And this was in San Francisco, right?
It's in San Francisco. Check out, I guess it's thesmokinggun.com is where I found this article. So we're going to play it, and you can hear it live.
That's great news. I just thought it was a pussy. Anemia is a much better alternative. Very happy.
Oh, wow. They have this guy mic'd up into the camera. Yeah. I thought this was like a news broadcast.
I do know who you are, so stop talking.
Gotta mic that crap. Oh, fuck! Holy shit! Oh, my God.
It keeps going. This is videos 2 minutes.
Oh my God! I really think they regret miking up the comic. Now.
What do you mean? It was great. You got all the pops, baby.
Now you hear it all. What did he say?
He said, "Why aren't there any more black people here?" Which fair criticism.
Is that a black guy?
They just broke a. If you couldn't hear that, they just broke a window.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that was.
This is amazing. This is really why.
All right, let's see if you can listen in on this for a quick second.
I don't know what just happened.
All right, I'll just cut ahead. I don't know how much longer it lasted, but the woman says, "I don't even have any jokes for this,"
which is true.
Which is funny.
That's like when Duke of Compound Media fame,
very, very famous incident at Lucy's
stopped into our the Lucy's Monday open mic, which Murph was hosting that week.
Yep, and nearly turned into a brawl itself between him and Tanya.
And then I had to follow that.
And you had the luxury of going up next.
And I said
because
that
again, it's no matter what happens, it's like we're still gonna finish the mic.
Yeah,
that's how insane
we need to do this.
So okay, in this video, a guy on stage was telling jokes. He was there was a man in the audience who was talking to another woman. The guy basically shushed him, said, "Shut the fuck up." Yeah. And then this guy goes off and gets
hopped up on stage,
gets a nice cold shot of this guy's face.
Oh,
it's a shove punch, which is extra hard. It throws him around. They're breaking it up, and then the guy who started the fight goes through a fucking window.
That's fucking wild.
I know. Right?
I say I got into comedy because I wish I could be in a band, but things like this are why I stay in comedy.
Okay, I'm just gonna give you a quick read of the article. A comedian at a small San Francisco venue was attacked by an audience member who was told to stop talking during the victim's performance Saturday afternoon. As seen above, the July 27th assault was recorded by a camera inside the Mutiny Radio, a performance space in the city's Mission District that also houses a community radio station that broadcasts online. At the close of a 2-hour open mic session, that'll do it, the comedian Capital Pilcrow was on... Fuck him for his name. Just fuck you, Capital Pilcrow. I'm sorry you got beaten, but...
Pretentious.
That's a pretentious stage name. Was on stage when he briefly exchanged words with an audience member seated in the storefront seen below. The comedian told the man who appeared to have been conversing with a female acquaintance during Pilcrow's set, "I don't know who you are, so stop talking." The audience member then jumped up out of his chair and attacked Pilcrow, who was knocked off stage and punched several times. While being restrained by the other patrons, the man yelled, "You want to act like you're black? Where are you from?" As the attacker was being shoved out the front door, he broke the window, which will cost $500 to replace, according to the Mutiny Radio administrator. Pilcrow, pictured left, and others during the melee have so far declined to press charges against the assailants. That's all you need to know. We can get into more who the guy is.
That's wild.
Actually, wait a minute. No. I'll just the one more thing. The patron seen rushing the stage is, I'll leave his name out. Actually, no, I'll fucking say it. Jeffrey DeCarlo Harris, an Oakland resident whose website describes him as video editor / producer and all-around good dude.
Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus.
That's just so funny.
Go to this guy's website.
He's the 34-year-old Harris who has posted stand-up and sketch comedy events at other San Francisco venues. Has not responded to the event just yet. He took down his Facebook page and website.
Fair, yeah. That's very similar to what happened with Dina Hashem when she put all her stuff on private. After.
Which is so fucking stupid. So stupid.
We
can talk about that in a second. But this one was. So it didn't appear like the guy was doing race jokes.
No. It didn't even seem like the guy was that. It wasn't like the guy was even like really picking on the guy. He was just like, "Don't talk during my set."
Yeah, which is completely fucking normal because you shouldn't talk during someone's set. That's how this works.
There are comics that come to Lucy's that like
talk during people's sets.
They feel like they need to comment on everything, and I'm just like. I said once, I was like, I'll follow you home and I'll murder you.
Oh, I got in trouble on Thursday night when a guy talked during my set.
Yeah.
Guy heckled me. He gave the worst kind of heckle, in my opinion, which is a positive heckle.
His heckle was weird.
Which is like, he wanted, like, I said, I'm from Cortland.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm from Portland, Maine.
Yeah, and it's like
I told
very
him,
different places.
And I told him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And that if I hope he drives home drunk and kills himself.
Yeah, which, he should.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. But, that's probably, I over-escalated things on that one.
Yeah.
But this guy, he took it to a new level.
Oh yeah, he fought a guy.
He fought a guy. Gotta say, at least I will say, at least if you're gonna fight someone, he got in some good shots.
Oh yeah, no.
Props to that. You should definitely at least get a few hits in.
Watching that was just a real holy shit. What's going on?
I know.
Video.
I can so see this fucking happening.
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh, 100%.
These people get so defensive, and I'm like, just walk out of the room.
Stuff like this is why I still love comedy, just because I'm like, oh, what's going on?
Just seeing all the fucking lunatics out there.
But also my biggest fear, just because
somebody not liking a pegging joke and be like, hey, my mom got pegged.
Well, not even that. Just like if I like make fun of someone's like taste in music, if I'm just like, oh,
I fucking love Black Sabbath.
Yeah, I'm just, and they're just like, oh, that's not funny. Chris Cornell died, and I'm just like, it doesn't matter. It's a joke.
It's all right. It's a joke. Like, jokes are. It's a weird thing. It's like jokes to me are innocent. Like, the joke is it's how it's perceived. Is where things get twisted. Because a joke is just plain. It's just words.
Yeah.
But then people take it so seriously.
100%. And I mean, I've also had moments where I've thought about going up to people and not going, but just like while I'm on stage, hearing someone talking to me, like, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I going to start an argument with someone?
Yeah. Like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say every time I see something I actually do disagree with or dislike, I just keep it to myself and like a normal person,
just chill.
Like a normal person, I complain to my friends afterwards.
Yeah.
That's how you should handle things.
I gossip about them after the mic.
Because like sometimes I've had a problem. I do is I usually talk to them one-on-one after the show and be like, hey, this is this, like, and just
100%.
And come from a place of support and kindness.
Yeah.
Like, see, now I'm getting too Peter-like.
If I have a problem with someone, I just go up and I start screaming, and I'm like, I fucking hate you, and I hope you die, and I kill their parents is what I do.
Yeah. See, I keep waiting for somebody to challenge me to a fight.
Well, you've got a wrestling.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I've had like this Chekhov gun waiting to go off because now everybody kind of knows I'm a really good wrestler, and everyone else knows I'm kind of like I'm just like waiting for like, and then I could just like show it off one time.
You just gotta like be like, I started wrestling and I wasn't that good at it.
Yeah, just
and then you beat the shit out of someone.
Exactly. I'm just so mild mannered and unassuming.
That should also be in the decathlon. You and Peter wrestle each other.
I pitched that to him.
Not a fair fight.
Not a fair fight. Do you think it'd be fair if I tied both my arms behind my back? I still think I could beat him.
Yeah, I still think you would. That's the thing. So I don't know if that makes it fair or not. I think it's a more fair fight.
Yeah, it'd still be more fair, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Just get on top. We'd have to do it naked too. Make it
100%.
Make it true Greco-Roman.
And if someone gets hard, then they lose.
Oh, I haven't gotten hard in years.
Oh, fair. You both have to eat a pack of Blue Chew.
Blue Chew, oh my god.
Or Viagra or Cialis. Yeah.
You seem to know all about men's supplements.
I know all of them.
Suffer from some low T?
No, not. But I know them. I listen to a lot of podcasts.
That's fair. You get a lot.
Every podcast I listen to has a Blue Chew.
That's fair. I am like the target demographic of weird ads.
It's true. I'm like, okay, CBD, Blue Chew, lubricant,
Yeah, it's all that stuff.
But yeah, watching someone get the shit beat out of them at an open mic isn't fun, really.
I mean, not.
It sounds fun, but when it happens in real life,
they take it into the parking lot and we can watch it. I don't want it to happen in the room.
Yeah.
Like that would be. That's what I want to see.
You ever like go to an open mic and it's just like tension between an audience member and like a guy on stage, and it's like holy shit.
Yeah, like people, and the worst is people will keep picking on the audience member.
Oh yeah,
this was happening on like Pearl River though. Like, these guys who were just like blue collar, like they came in just to get drunk on a Wednesday, and people just kept. I'm like. I think they'll fucking hit you. Like,
yeah,
I don't know why you keep poking the bear. Here.
These guys don't understand that it's just they're not here for a comedy show. They were not
here. They came here to this bar to drink, not to listen to your shit. But
yeah, I saw that. I remember once I went to an open mic and like this guy did he did like blue material, stuff that wouldn't fly at Rhino.
Yeah.
But he was just like doing stuff, and there was this guy brought his friends to watch him do comedy, and then like it just wasn't going over well, and like he just ended up like talking shit to this girl that was there just to hang out, and then afterwards the guy that they were there to see went up and he was like, if Stacy doesn't think you're funny, you're not funny. And I'm like, why are we all doing this?
Yeah. So there was another like one of those instances where I wish there was a fight. I did the Slosh stand-up show.
Yeah. I
think I've told you about this before, but I'll tell you
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a weird show, but like this guy goes up. He goes by Mr. Awkward.
Right.
He's terrible. I'll say it, he's a fucking terrible comic. He's not funny.
If that's your stage name, probably.
Yeah, he's just so fucking bad. And like he's like this girl goes up. She has a pretty nice set. She's like an actor or whatever. And he goes, "Thank God that bitch is off the stage." It's like the first thing, the next comic, and it started this whole thing. And I'm like, why would you do that?
And he called himself Mr. Awkward. That wasn't a nickname that was assigned to him after that.
I'm just like, what the fuck? There's so many incels in comedy.
Oh, it's so bad. I hate it when you're just like watching someone and you're like, oh yeah, you just this isn't comedy for you. This is how you just think.
Yeah, like this is just I don't know. Because there are people who are like, there are people who are just stating their opinions and they think they're funny.
Yeah,
but like it's kind of fucked up. Like I say fucked up things all the time, but I don't believe any of them.
Yeah. Even the things that I believe, there are very few that are like,
things I actually
jokes.
believe. I'm not going to say on stage.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, I think we should free the kids from the cages on stage. Because quite frankly, that's not a funny take.
Oh yeah, I'm not good at political comedy.
Yeah, I'm not good, like political comedy, like anything, like abortion jokes. Like I believe in a woman's right to choose.
Yeah,
that's not funny for comedy.
Yeah, like, just to be like, oh, they want to control women. That's so weird, right?
I'm like, yeah, like the funny take is being like, I think we should get the best of both worlds. We should control women and abort the children. Like that's. Like that's the hot take.
It's a more interesting joke.
Yeah, like it really is. Like subverting. So like
I was listening to Anthony Jeselnik on a podcast, and he said, you know, I have friends that go up and they start talking about Trump, and they're just like, this orange Cheeto haired, and he's like, you're getting paid for this shit. Yeah. You know, he's like, I hate him too, but you know, be a better comic.
I think the only is Trump is such a good troll.
Yeah,
because he knows he is the kid who can say whatever he wants, he can hit you, he can do whatever he wants, and then he runs away and hides behind his dad, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
And he was that kid in elementary school, the kid in middle school, and no one ever just fucking punched him.
Yeah.
And
because
like,
he had money.
Because he had money, and like that's why everybody and he still has the ability to do it. Now he's fucking president.
Yeah.
Which is why I think it is why he truly just infuriates people beyond belief, because he can keep getting away with like just saying things that he can say whatever the fuck he wants and just 100%. Gets away with it.
Yeah.
But I might have to cut that. Now I'm thinking about like that. We might have to cut that.
All right, that's fair.
We'll just do a quick pause. All right, Jimmy said the N word. We had to cut that. It was something else.
I'm trying to be Peter Clark-Deutsch this time.
Trying to be shocking. Yeah. What were we saying?
What are we?
We can go for like another 10.
All right,
just shoot
cool.
the shit for a little while.
But yeah, you know, watching people storm the stage on comics, it's entertaining when you're there, but it's not something you actively hope for.
Yes, especially if I'm fucking performing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I always want a little bit somebody to storm the just.
There are certain comics that I see all the time, and you're like, I kind of just wish someone would.
Like, I've always had this theory, like if everyone just got like one free punch a year. Just like just like this guy's a fuck. Like just like they don't get hurt, but they get hurt. They get knocked on their ass.
Yeah.
And humbled by that punch. Like that. Just I feel like that would.
They're like, oh, I shouldn't do this anymore.
Yeah. Or like a slap.
Yeah.
Like someone just gets like
a bit. You could slap someone pretty hard. It doesn't do anything.
Like just one of those.
But then, you know, now the BDSM has become mainstream.
Yeah, now people are into that.
There's a lot of people that would be like, oh.
So how would you torture somebody who's into BDSM? Just make them like live like a normal life?
I guess you would just be like, you can't get spanked at all.
Yeah, you have to go to like just be a regular Christian. You have to like either wear like that ugly blue shirt and khakis that people wear to Sunday church.
I guess, yeah.
You know the look.
It's so funny. Just when Skankfest was happening, I saw Matt Marin, who runs Comedy Fight Club. He was doing a show for Skankfest, and he was like, oh yeah, we're doing a naked roast battle at like midnight at Skankfest, so and I still need people. And like I texted Shannon about it, and I was like, hey, do you think maybe I could do this? And she was like, you know, yeah, if you want to. And then she was like, you know, you're kind of into humiliation, so you would probably get erect if you're naked on stage and people are making fun of you.
That would be pretty funny. God. Boners.
Oh, boners. So many
boners. What else we got? These are supposed to be an hour, and I'm going to cut like 2 minutes out.
I'm trying to think of anything interesting that's happened in comedy in the past few weeks.
Not really. I mean, like it's like comedy is like it's not like a breaking news everyday thing.
I had a realization where when like the Dina Hashem stuff was happening with her.
We never talked about it. We talked about that a little. Actually,
yeah.
we might have. I just forget.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any interesting takes on it. You know,
no, I think the normal take is that was stupid.
Yeah,
like it was a stupid controversy.
But the thing I realized when that all happened was I texted a friend of mine, I mentioned to a friend of mine I was seeing Weird Al Yankovic that night, and we were at the concert, and I said, oh, hey, so this is going on in comedy. And then she was like, oh, I don't know anything about that. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, this isn't as important to other people as it is.
Most people truly don't give a shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was such a stupid...
I'm like, you want to hear about controversy in the open mic scene? And they're
like, that joke was so clean, Comedy Central was using it to promote the special.
Yeah.
That's how clean that joke was, which is why, I don't know, people are so fucking sensitive.
Oh, yeah.
I think maybe we should stop listening to people's opinion on Twitter.
Oh, 100%.
I'm just like I watched Mar the other night, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, why do we have to keep listening to these same like 20 people?
Yeah,
like who are just because they have followers. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, it's always just the loudest, and I mean,
squeakiest wheel gets the grease, right?
I can only imagine if I had a blue check mark on Twitter, you know, just to be like, oh yeah, you know, people follow what I say.
Yeah, I'm firmly in favor. Like, you shouldn't follow anybody that you don't know personally.
Yeah, that's fair. I follow a lot of celebrities.
Yeah, I don't fucking care. I don't care what they have to say though.
That's true. Yeah,
well, that's my biggest thing. Also, just like the blue check mark just gives people such a fucking power trip. And also, give O.J. Simpson the blue chip already.
Oh, does he not have one?
No, they refuse to give it to him.
That's fair.
It's clearly him. What do you mean it's fair? Everyone else gets recognized.
I'm trying to think of
Julian Assange raped a person. He has one.
I'm trying to think who's got like. I guess Julian Assange is technically a criminal.
Yeah, he's a massive criminal.
But he's a criminal that people like.
So is OJ.
Oh man, yeah.
Julian Assange 0 naked guns. OJ 3 naked guns.
So they've said that they're not giving OJ the.
No, they don't like anything. Twitter doesn't say anything they're actually doing, and they just like, oh well, they just ignore it. Which honestly probably a good strategy as a business. But yeah, they refuse to just give him like he has over 600,000 followers.
Oh yeah, I follow OJ. I love his Twitter.
He's great. He's great on there.
So fun.
Look at that, 869,000 followers. And they don't give him the blue check mark. It's him, baby.
It is. That's so strange. That's so funny. I didn't know.
Paid
that.
His debt to society.
Not really.
I
guess he kind of did.
He did 7 years, and the fact of the matter is the trial was in '96.
Yeah.
If he was convicted, he'd be out by now. Period.
You and I were talking about Chuck
This is my hardest stance. I'm an OJ defender.
You and I were talking about Chuck Klosterman last night. Have you ever read the stuff Chuck Klosterman's written about OJ?
No.
He did a whole book about villains.
Oh, I bet that'd be good.
It's called like I Wear the Black Hat, Grappling with Villains, Real and Imagined. So he has a whole chapter on OJ, and like it's great. And at one point he just says, OJ might be innocent, and the only people that think that are the people that were on that jury. And like not his best book, but it's something that I've taken away from that.
That's fair.
Firmly. So
yeah, come on. Oh, it's time. You gotta learn to forgive and forget.
He did go to jail for a long time.
7 years.
Yeah.
By
the
way, he looks great for 74.
Is he 74?
Looks great.
Fuck. There was talks about him and Casey Anthony having a show together, which I would watch the shit out of it.
Like, yeah, you get away with killing somebody. That's fun.
Yeah.
Like that. Here's like, I feel like if you get off, we should drop it. Like that's like I think.
When it comes to like things like that with OJ Simpson, it kind of makes sense, but like with Casey Anthony does seem like a genuinely terrible person.
Yeah, OJ never did anything wrong.
Well, like I don't know. Did you watch the interview with Casey Anthony where they asked her like, "Oh,